Behind the hustle and bustle of the bustling city, there was a wealthy merchant. He possessed countless riches, and his businesses were spread far and wide. However, his heart was filled with an inexplicable emptiness and boredom. In order to seek the long-lost happiness, the merchant decided to embark on a long journey. He carried a trunk full of gold, silver, and jewels and traveled to the remotest corners of the earth. Along the way, the merchants traversed lofty mountains and towering ridges, and admired the magnificent scenery of mountains and rivers. He also passed through prosperous towns and witnessed the bustling excitement of the world. But no matter where he was, happiness always seemed to elude him. One day, on a secluded country path, the merchant met a farmer. The farmer was dressed in shabby clothes with patches fluttering in the wind, but his face was filled with genuine happiness. He hummed a lively folk song as he walked leisurely, carrying a hoe on his shoulder. The merchant was intrigued. He quickly stepped forward to stop the farmer and earnestly asked, "I have countless riches, but I just can't find happiness. You seem so happy. Could you please tell me what the secret of happiness is?" The farmer stopped, looked at the merchant with a smile, and his eyes fell on the heavy suitcase. He said slowly, "There's no special secret. In my opinion, as long as you put down the things you're carrying, you might just find happiness." After hearing this, the merchant fell into deep thoughts. He recalled the hardships of this journey. Because of this trunk of gold, silver, and jewels, he had been on tenterhooks everywhere he went. When staying at inns, he was constantly worried about being targeted by thieves. When traveling on the road, he was afraid of encountering robbers. All day long, he was filled with anxiety. His nerves were on edge, and he couldn't find a moment's peace. How could he be happy? Suddenly, the merchant seemed to have an epiphany. He decided to follow the farmer's advice and put down these heavy burdens. He stopped in a nearby village and distributed the gold, silver, and jewels to the villagers living in poverty. When he saw the bright smiles blooming on the villagers' faces after they received the valuables, a warmth and joy he had never felt before welled up in the merchant's heart. He discovered that by putting down these heavy burdens, he could feel so relaxed and happy. In fact, isn't our life the same? When we were young, our hearts were pure, like a blank sheet of paper. We didn't have too many desires and burdens, so happiness came simply and purely. But as the years went by, we kept taking along the journey of life, constantly stuffing various good things into our backpacks: wealth, fame, status. The backpack became heavier and heavier, weighing us down so much that we could hardly breathe. And happiness disappeared without us even realizing it, just like a child who simply loves snacks. In his eyes, the sense of happiness brought by buying a mountain of gold and buying a pack of preserved plums is not fundamentally different, because a child's world is simple and pure, not occupied by too many desires. So it's easy to gain happiness, and those animals are never troubled by complicated thoughts. The cows in Switzerland, as long as their food and shelter are provided for, will lie leisurely on the slopes of the Alps, enjoying the warm sunshine to their heart's content and chewing the cud unhurriedly. The lions on the African savannah, after having eaten and drunk their fill, they won't even bother to move a muscle even if antelopes pass by. They follow their most primitive instincts and live simply, so they can be relaxed and happy. If we think carefully, the reason we're not happy is often that we're carrying too many unnecessary burdens. And the root of these burdens is our endless desires. Why not try to let go of some of those overly heavy desires, perhaps at the moment of letting go? We can, like that merchant, discover that simple and pure happiness is hidden everywhere in life.